Hello, I'm Harry Bolter. This is the exhibition Hot New Graphic Designers in Your Area. The whole exhibit has been about how we can transpire the physical and digital show together, and we went with the idea of pop-ups.
Hi, I'm Georgia and I study on BA Graphic Design. The pop-ups are pixelated on one side, and then the other side we've got like a clear image because we wanted to have this sort of unknown element when you walk into the show, and also it helps bring together all the work because it's all very diverse.
It very much embodies the idea of like an online space and being really three-dimensional.
We started off by thinking about how the website would look, and then tried to portray this idea into real life using these pop-ups. When you go on the website, it's pixelated at first, and then when you hover over them, the images, it then becomes clear. And we just thought this was a really nice way of having some dynamic movement.
One of the main things about creating this show is being able to kind of demonstrate people's work with this idea of the pixel and everything becoming pixelated and unpixelated. The website and the physical show, to try and give everyone a fair chance in a very democratic way of showing everyone's work.
I'm Ella. My project was titled Coming to Your Senses, about the link between smell and memory, and how our sense of smell is our most emotional sense and is most linked to our childhood memories. I created a whole visual language around smell and how we might begin to visualize something which is invisible. My outcome surrounding this was a range of different incense sticks. So here are some specific smells that I created, which was cowpole, tobacco, baby powder, grass, petrol, and warm banana bread. I created a series of animations to represent each smell memory in collaboration with 7 different music artists. So I gave each artist one of these smells, and they created a sound based on it.
Hi, my name is Ricardos, and I study Bachelor's Graphic Design here at Camberwell. And here is my project title, Unknown. And I wanted to see how fashion can be applied to other contexts. My film explores my 4 friends who have their own unique styles. It was interesting to learn what fashion means to each of my friends and how that related to their upbringing or childhood, their culture, to know, I guess, more about their identities and how they define themselves and how they see themselves in the world.
Hello, my name is Clara Saith-Kalabuch, and I'm on 3rd year graphic design. My work this year has revolved around stories of migration. So the title of the project itself was Leaving Non-Places and Roots, Stories of Migration. And I started exploring my own story of migration, the emotional challenges, the bureaucratic challenges, and I made a publication that reflected this through photography and text. And then later on I started to have conversations with people around me who have gone through migration. We've all arrived in the UK at a young age, so that was the thing that brought us all together. Once I had all this research of the conversations that I had had with people, I then wanted to visualize it, to bring words and conversations into a visual outcome. So I did some screen prints with images and text, and now I'm also working on a website that's going to act as an archive of these stories. I definitely want it to be something that continues on and hopefully encourages others to also have conversations with people around them who have migrated either nationally, internationally, regionally, whatever. I'm not specifying like the type of migrant, it's more like whoever falls under that category, whoever considers themselves to be related to migration in some way.
Hi, my name's Diona, and this is my project. It's called A Bigger Smile, and it's a visual essay exploring the crude, historical and contemporary nature of emotion recognition systems. Emotion recognition systems are trained and designed to recognize movements in your face, and that's how then they detect how you feel. And so my project was exploring the complicated history of these systems and how they've been trained to recognize mostly white men. This printed image is a generated adversarial network. So I fed over 500 images of people smiling to this algorithm. It basically generates a new face. So apparently this person doesn't exist. Interesting and concerning with this image actually is that it's recognized as a real face, a real smile by computers. and it's obviously not a real face, it's not a real smile, this person doesn't exist. And the fact that it is recognised, but black people are consistently not recognised by these algorithms and facial detection systems is really concerning, and that's kind of what my work tries to bring some awareness to.
This is my work, and it's called Physical Hauntological Commentary. Modern society has kind of trapped these ideas of nostalgia and kind of modified them to keep us stuck in the same loop of culture and cultural patterns. So we never actually move anywhere as a society. And this whole project was all about going through archives on the internet, finding all these images, finding all these videos, finding all the people that seem to be coming back to these videos and commenting on these videos and wishing to go back to this past. And like, it's this constant referral to the past that I found really interesting. And it's this potential to kind of like examine this idea that maybe we are moving forward, and maybe it's time to start breaking out of these ideas of being like imprisoned by our own nostalgia, constantly wanting to go back, especially with places like the internet where it makes it so easy to go back. I think it's important now to start analysing these issues so we can move forward, I think, as a society. Hopefully we are the hot new graphic designers of this year.